fun, awesome, happy time. Oh my God, it's so yellow. It's kind of like a cyber yellow, and it's intelligent, and it's a guitar, and it's a pedal show. And my name is Gabor. Hello.
Words happen then. Hey,
Yes.
I'm Alex. Welcome along. We're going to check out this Flamma guitar today. Check it out in fun cyber yellow. Please hit like and subscribe on the channel. First up, ding the bell, give us a thumbs up and all that good stuff.
Please do. And this was provided by the lovely people at Flamma, so this is what we'd call
Mr. Flamma.
a sponsored video. So Alex, the E1000 intelligent guitar by Flamma in cyber yellow.
Yep. It's an electric guitar with a whole bunch of stuff going on under the hood.
Yeah,
And,
there'll be a whole bunch of different things. Check the timestamps below and you'll find out, because we're going to use it in multiple ways. First up, we're going to start using it like a normal guitar, like you would any other guitar.
What?
You just plug a cable into it, plug it into an amplifier, you have two pickups and a volume and a tone, and we're going to use it like that. So let's start off with that, shall we?
Cool. So the guitar setup is we're just going through a cable into a Tronics amp switcher, Cherrytone OTS MIDI 20 headset, real clean like, 2 notes, torpedo, cap decks for the cab IRs, sim stuff.
And possibly some reverb there too?
No, it's not on at the moment.
Not on at the moment? Okay.
We've got effects on the guitar.
Yeah, true. So we're going clean
See.
now.
So we've got a humbucker in the bridge, single coil in the neck,
Yeah.
volume tone,
Yeah.
3 brassy saddles.
Should we
on the
actually?
bridge.
Should we do some specs while we're at it?
Yeah, why not?
Let's start off with some specs. So it is the intelligent guitar series E1000 with a bolt-on neck, with a roasted maple neck, which is that's a cool thing. With a satin finish. the
Roasted,
neck.
not sauteed.
No, not sauteed. We have a bone nut and a standard C-shape neck shape. We've got rosewood fingerboard with white dot inlays. We've got a 12-inch radius with 22 high gloss cupronickel jumbo frets, whatever that means.
Quite jumbo, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got they come with 9 to 46 strings. I've restrung it already with some fantastic Dunlop strings that are 11 to 50s. We've got a 25.5 inch scale. We've got 42 millimeters at the nut. We've got 56 millimeters and a 22nd fret. We've got the thickness is 20.5 millimeters at the first fret and 22.5 at the 12th fret.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We've got a poplar body with a gloss polyurethane finish.
Yep.
They come in vintage white, pearl black, fiesta red, and daphne blue, and cyber yellow. We've got a chrome strap pin. We've got a Flamma FTB1 bridge, which actually looks pretty cool, the bridge.
Oh, the bridge itself, yeah.
We have an FSS1N single coil pickup in the neck, and we've got the FSH1B humbucker in the bridge. We've got 1 volume, 1 tone control, and we've got the super knob, which we'll get to later.
Super knob.
With we've got Alex, and we've got a 3-way switch. There's also wireless stuff, Bluetooth built into it. We've got the F100 processor built in. We've got 78 guitar effects built in.
What?
40 drum loops, and an 80-second looper, which we'll all get. That's all the stuff we get to. That's in the timestamps. We've got Bluetooth 5, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5.
Not 6.
We've got approximately 8 hours of battery life. We've got Type C USB connection. We've got a standard 3.65 or quarter-inch output at 100 ohm. We've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone output at 32 ohm. Tells you all of that. You also get a wireless foot switch separately, which we'll talk about later, which I don't have. And it comes with the manual, a USB A to C cable, and Allen keys for adjusting stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and it's got a, it's called a spoke wheel truss rod? I think it's called a spoke wheel truss rod.
Sure.
So it's where the truss rod you adjust here, which I think most guitars should have.
Especially modern style things.
So that's all the specs anyway. So now, okay, using it just as a guitar, not using any of the built-in stuff in it. This is just using the 2 pickups straight into an amp. This is what it sounds like.
Bridge pickup.
gain was up a bit at the start. I put it back to where it usually
That's
is.
fairly hot, that one.
Yeah, there's a hot pickup in the bridge.
Excuse me, we should try the middle position.
Yeah.
Neckland.
Necklands.
Hello.
That'll
Clean
do.
tones. What do you
That's the
reckon?
clean sounds out of it. So that's just the sounds that it generates, right?
As a guitar.
As a guitar. But that's boring, right? We don't want that. We don't need that. We've got built-in effects and all that sort of stuff. So what we have is we have the volume and tone up, and then we have the super knob. Now, if you turn a super knob and it makes a clicky sound, and then the light show starts.
Yeah.
Now, what you now do, so it turned its Bluetooth component within there, which I think actually looks pretty cool. I think Alex showed before the thing on the back. It sort of looks kind of cool the way it is. I think aesthetically, it's a really cool looking guitar, in my opinion. But anyway, so that's now on. So it's transmitting Bluetooth. So now we've got my iPad here. So what we've got to do now is we've got to connect it. So it needs to connect to the Bluetooth.
Definitely. Gotta make sure your blue teeth are sorted.
Blue teeth are sorted.
Yep. That's fun. Oh, that's percentage of teeth. 95, 100 teeth.
So it takes, I don't know, 20 seconds, 15 seconds or something like that to connect.
That many seconds.
Now we have effects. So these are the effects that you can now control that are on here. So the super knob, basically, there's two things you can do with it. The volume and tone still work like a normal volume and tone. Now the super knob, like for the pickups, the super knob is a volume, but it's basically like you got to think of it as a master volume. So you can turn the volume up and still turn a pickup down to get lower gain sounds, for example. But it's a master control, and you can also push it, and by pushing it, the color changes, as my assistant here will show, and you go through different presets. Now, with that, you can go through 4 presets that are all within one bank. So you have multiple banks. Each bank is 4 presets.
Yep.
If you've got nothing else connected to it, that can switch between the 4 different presets. So, for example, let's check out these presets. So that color currently is called Preset OD. So this has got some overdrive, some delay, modulated delay, and some spring reverb.
Sweet.
Should we just go through it with the push button through the different presets?
Pink
So this
preset.
is now called Preset Rhythm.
Sweet. Play some rhythm.
So we're using what they call it's an amp sim basically, but we've got the cabinet switched off, so we're using it as a distortion basically going into there. You can turn a delay on if you want. I changed it to reverse delay. You can adjust all time and stuff like that there. Let's go to another preset. Preset solo. So this has got a digital delay, some hall reverb. Again, you can adjust all that. You can go, you have different reverbs, you have different delays. You can also change the amp sound. There's there's tons. I mean, how many is there? 52 different amp sounds. And you can have modulation on. So there's phase at the moment, but... I mean, it's all built in, right?
Yep.
So these are just some presets you can run through. You can change. Let's try out a few different amps, maybe like different distortion sounds. So this is a Roland J120 style clean, so it's clean. Sure. It's more of an EQ thing you can do there.
That's not a Roland.
So it's a PV 5050. That's yeah. I mean, you can change all that. You've got tons of different sounds on there. You've got tons of different things on there. You can change all that. All built in. Now, you also have a headphone out, so you can...
On the hole there.
There's a USB. So you've got a USB... Let's look at that, actually. So you've got a USB-C connection, which charges everything in here. You can also, via the USB-C connection, you can plug it straight into your phone, into your iPad, into your computer, and it's USB audio. So you can record direct. So you can use that as a direct recording device onto your phone. For example, a lot of iPhones have... you can get a GarageBand, a free version of GarageBand. You can plug it straight in, use it, record direct. You don't have to use... I don't think you have to use... You can turn these built-in things off and just use it as a direct recording thing as well, whatever you want to do. Yep. But now, one of the other things you got, which I think is the main thing with this, is you can turn on your amp sims. You can use headphones. You can jam along with it directly. So should we now, instead of having it running into the amp, plug it in direct and see what happens? We're going to
change the setup and we're back in a second.
Yeah. All right, so we're now plugged in directly into Logic. So no amps. Amps have been... Actually, it's turned power off. We don't want the power. No. So this is the same sound we had before. This is what it sounds like right now, currently.
Oh, takes back to high school.
Yeah. But, so what you've got to do now, and with that actually, let's look at some of the layout stuff, right? So first thing you've got to do is you've got to go to the little gear thingy and turn the cab sim on. That's a picture of me there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Hey, it's you. Hello.
And this is where you can get settings, firmware updates, and all that sort of stuff. It tells you about all that stuff in here. But right now we've got the cab sim on, so now it sounds like this. Oh, it sounds much better, doesn't it? So now by turning that on, all your presets on here will have cab sim. So I kind of like that, actually, having a global cab sim on and off switch.
I think it's a good idea too.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it individually for each preset. So that's that. Now, down here it shows you if your Bluetooth is connected, so that means your Bluetooth is connected to the guitar. Yep. If you have, you can buy, it's separately, but you can buy a 4-button foot switch, which you can then also wirelessly connect to your guitar to this. And then you can, instead of pushing the button, you can go through presets like that, and by pushing 2 buttons down at the same time, you can skip banks as well. Yeah, cool. So you have more options. So that's when that's connected, that would go blue. You've got your tools, which you'll get into in a second as well, where you have a looper. You also have a built-in tuner. So there's a tuner in here.
Oh, should we see if it works?
You can turn the sound off as well.
Thank you.
Tuner. So up here we've got a looper, which again, if you have that 4-button foot switch, you can do it with your foot switch. Yep. And you also have a drum machine which sounds like this. And you've got different drum sounds. What do you want? Do you want pop rock, rock and roll, rock shuffle, rock ballad, punk, new wave?
New wave.
New wave?
Yes, that's me.
And now, okay. Now, the light's blue, so you've got looper and that's synced, right? Cool. So what we can now do is you can loop a rhythm part and sync it. So should we do that?
I'd love to do that.
Should we try that?
Yep.
a breakdown and then we can pin it. But I mean, that's built in. If you have headphones, and especially if you get that extra, which we didn't get, Flamma, we didn't get the 4-button pedal. You do all that wirelessly, right?
Yeah.
So all you with that, and I should mention it again. All that stuff is built into the guitar. This is just to control it, right? But you can do all. You don't need to have all that stuff. It's all stuck in the back there, right? You can actually change the battery too if the battery runs out. So a lot of these, which is not a bad thing, because often the batteries are built in, and if something goes wrong with the battery, you're screwed. But with that, you can actually, if you use the same battery or similar battery, you can take the battery out. But all that stuff is built into the guitar, so you can sit there without anything else, just headphones straight into the guitar. If you have that wireless foot switch, you can do all that stuff with your feet. You don't have to do, push buttons on here. You do all that stuff with your feet. You have something at home, silent. You can jam along. You can practice scales. You can practice runs. You can practice all this sort of stuff. You have, how many different drum sounds do we have? 40. Tango. Oh, tango. Why didn't you do a tango? And you can sync him, you can not sync him, you can do whatever you want with that. You can have the two things together, not together. If you press that, it's not synced. If you want to live dangerously, you can do it like that. Also, I think I quite quickly showed it. If you click on this, it gives you the level of the loop. Yep. And here you also have the volume of the drums. So you can make the drums quieter, louder, whatever you want to do. That's all within the looper, right? So that's all under tools done here. This shows you the battery level of the guitar.
Yep. Cool.
You just charge it with a supplied USB-C cable. Then up here you've got questions, so this gives you sort of a help thing that you've got. In here, again, this is where you turn the cap sim off. It gives you a sleep setting, so it goes, if you, for example, leave it sitting there and it's on, it goes to sleep after a while, that sort of stuff. Again, app versions, system versions, firmware updates, all that sort of stuff you do within here. Also, if you have, because it's got a, you create an account and you can upload your sounds, you can download sounds from people. It shows you here what you've got uploaded and downloaded and stored and all that sort of stuff. You've got the cloud. This is where you go to. So this is, for example, stuff that people uploaded. So these are sounds. So should we try one of them? Which one do you want? Marshall Plexi?
Yeah, Marshall Plexi.
Marshall Plexi. Let's see if we can download it.
We have to press
over Prestes.
Download.
Oh yeah, Marshall Plexi.
Sure. Loading succeeds.
Succeeds? Is it loaded now? Marshall Plexi, that must be it.
Oh, it is.
It had no delay.
So we need to select
which one do you want?
Oh, digital, if we're going to...
Okay.
Yes.
That's just a sound that, what was the dude's name?
That's really fast to...
That's super fast. Where was it? Marshall Plexi here. This guy. H.
Oh, Quad H.
Quad H. Yeah. Thanks. So, I mean, you can do that sort of stuff. And then here you can upload sounds as well with the upload sound. This always goes back to here. Now, actually, which is kind of cool. So you can click on a guitar. Oh, no, don't click on the guitar. You click on here. It shows the specs as well. So it shows you what guitar it is. It's cyber yellow. Because what you've got to do, rewinding back. So when you first download this, on the back here, I'll show a photo. There's a barcode. You scan that barcode with your phone or iPad. So you basically, the camera thing comes up, you scan that.
You know what a barcode
is. And then it connects it, so it knows what guitar it is, it knows what color it is, it knows all that sort of stuff.
Sure. Serial number.
All these sorts of things. It also has as a separate thing, you can get a wireless receiver as well, but we didn't get that either, and so we don't have that, we can't do it. But you can, I'm pretty sure, because it's all wireless, you can plug a wireless receiver into your amp. And then you play it wirelessly into your amp. Fancy. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Very cool.
And then you can go into your thing. So this is me. You can register yourself and read your...
English is your language?
English is my language, and my user agreement, privacy policy, all that sort of stuff. You can go into that. But basically then, if you just want to go, oh, no, let's disconnect. No, we want to go here. back to this. We're going back to that. But I mean, that's pretty much it. And you've got tons of sounds. Should we quickly show our presets? We've saved a couple of presets.
Yes.
So this is, for example, actually, before we do that, let's go to Alex's Jam.
Yo.
The clip with Alex's Jam where we use this sound. Then we talk about the sound afterwards. So that was Alex doing his clip. And this is Alex's Jam Baby. That's the sound he used.
Jam Baby.
Jam Baby. Now, the way he used it, he actually went into the amplifier. So we use it without the cap sims, but we're just going with the cap sims now. But it's that sound. I'll upload the sounds we've created as well.
You can have Alex's Jam Baby in your own home. Baby.
So you used Mesa Boogie Mark II distortion channel.
Set pretty gainy down. Gainy down?
Gainy down. Yeah, the gain's pretty low.
Yeah.
With an analog delay, set like this, and a little bit of spring reverb.
Sprung.
Yeah, and that's the sound. Exactly.
Should we gain it up, see what that's capable of?
I think it sounds for a not super expensive guitar where that's all built into the guitar and you can just do it with headphones. That's to me that sounds really cool. Let's try one of the other sounds. So we had Alex Trems It. This is another preset that you made.
We made the cleany
sort of with tremolo. So this is a Fender style Blues Deluxe on clean with a tremolo, a real echo, and mod. So it's the clean channel of like a Blues Deluxe, but quite gained up. So it's nice. It's quite rich.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So again, that I'll upload that sound as well. And then let's check out my tracks. I guess mine was at the start then.
Oh yeah.
Of the video, the Gabor's 80s Jam. Now when I did mine, that was recorded direct, so that was not going into an amp. That was recorded with direct, exactly the same as this. So I used I have no idea what it is, but a B Star, I guess Black Star.
Maybe, yeah.
Black Star, maybe? Club DS with some jet flanger, digital delay, and some room reverb.
I just want a quick over, then I'll give it to you.
Okay. It was just a very 80s sounding track, and we thought, what's something that would fit it, so which is it. It was in D minor, I think. Well, that changed. Shredding machine. Gentman. So these are presets. No, don't get it down too much. I mean, we could go on for hours, but I mean that's basically it. So it's a guitar. To me, I really aesthetically I like the way it looks. So let's go to thoughts, right?
Sure. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts. Aesthetically, I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
I'm an offset sort of guy. It has that kind of Mustang kind of vibe going, even though it's not offsetty here, but it has a Mustang sort of vibe going. I think aesthetically that half telly bridge,
yes,
with what looks like brass saddles.
Yep.
That kind of the chromy thing here with the three knobs.
It's like a jazz bass thing going on.
Yeah. I aesthetically I really like it. I never thought I would like a yellow guitar, like yellow. It's not just pretending to be yellow, but
so yellow.
It's it's not like a cream.
No.
It's a statement yellow.
It's yellow.
It's
Stacks yellow.
Drink Barocca. When you drink Barocca, you know what you mean.
Yep.
Again, like little things like that. I think that looks really, really cool. The Flamma logo on here, I'll show close-ups of all that sort of stuff. The roasted maple neck. Also the way this is sort of at an angle here like that. I think aesthetically, really well done. The lights too, how the different lights, how that sort of works there.
Yeah. Hopefully you can see that with
the lights and stuff on
here.
Yeah,
they go through colours if you can't see. Oh yeah, that's better.
There's like blue. And you've got like a purple, which looks the same as the blue on the camera. And then you've got a red, which kind of it's a bit blown out with the camera, but they're quite vivid lights. And I think it's a great guitar. I genuinely like it. So when I got it, the action was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it had 9s on it again, and I don't like 9s, so I put 11s on it straight away.
Sure.
It held everything pretty good. The trussel adjustment, it comes with a little sort of adjuster thingy. It was really easy. I adjusted a little bit because it went up a little bit when I put the heavier strings on it. But I haven't touched anything else. I think I may have dropped them down ever so slightly just to get the action nice. But the action's good. The fretboard is rolled off. No sharp edges on the frets. The tuners maybe could be a little iffy, but it is sort of holding its tune. It's pretty close anyway. But I think for something that you have at home, your wife and kids are asleep in the next room, you don't want to make a lot of noise. Without much fuss, you just stick some headphones in here, turn it on, you have your 4 presets that you like. You don't even need the phone, that. You just have the 4 presets that you like. The 4-button foot switch. If it's the same as another guitar I did that has something like that, you hold 2 buttons down at the same time, it goes to looper automatically. So you don't need your phone, you don't need an iPad. If you set it all up, you don't need it. You just have that on the floor, that here. You have your 4 different sounds, or with the foot switch, you go through all the different sounds. loop, play along, noodle along. It's all with this, and then you're done. Click off, and that's all. There is nothing else. No extra stuff. I mean, most people have their phones and iPads sitting there anyway as well, but you don't need it. If it's set up, you don't need it.
Stuff. What do you guys think? Leave us a comment in the video description comment box below.
But your thoughts? You only really played it today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The neck has a nice amount of substance to it. I don't think it's thin. It's not too thick.
No.
It's quite nice, round C shape.
And roasted maple.
Yeah, roasted maple.
That's pretty cool.
The frets are definitely big jumbo frets.
They're huge, yeah.
I think this really solid bridge, the whole bridge itself is actually really solid and doesn't feel...
No, it doesn't feel cheap.
Lightweight at all. Switch is good, knobs are good, they do things. It's yellow, did we mention it's yellow?
It is very yellow.
Stacked yellow.
The only thing maybe for me personally is the neck pickup is maybe a bit bright, but again, that's taste. Because it's quite a hot humbucker.
I don't mind I think it's more like a Strat neck.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So it has that kind of open glassiness, just like a Strat. But I don't think it's too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Leave us a comment. And
or is there anything in particular you want us to do with this guitar? Let us know in the comments below, and we can do some videos with it. But yeah, all up, I like it. I think it's a cool guitar.
Thanks to Flamma for hooking us up. Got a few things for Flamma, and good stuff. Should we leave it there?
Let's leave it there. I'm going to put up a playlist of all the Flamma stuff we've done. We've done a couple of effects and stuff like that. I'm going to leave the playlist. Oh, shut up.
Thanks for hanging. Links below to socials and podcast, and hope you have a fantastic day.
Watch it.
I'm going. Bye.